Okay, guys, so today actually we find ourselves in a dormitory. Actually, it's a typical, students' dormitory. And I see so many books. I'm confused about these three guys. So I want them to tell us who they are and where we are.
Okay. This is Mohammed Hasan. I'm from Bangladesh. I'm doing MBBS in this university. I'm in third year student.
What's the name of the university?
This university name is Jiangsu University.
Thank you, Hasan.
I'm Mohan from Somalia. I'm in Jiangsu University doing MBBS in third year.
Thank you.
Hello, this is Huzaifa Asghar, and I'm from Pakistan. And I'm also doing MBBS in Jiangsu University, and I'm a third year student. Actually, we all three are classmates.
So guys, today I find myself among doctors, I'm confused, guys. They need to check me before we go. This is this year Pro with 3 medical doctors. Thank you, guys. All right. Okay, guys, so as I said, I actually was my dream to be a doctor as well, but guys, so it's everyone's dream. So I believe that these guys, are very, very lucky, and I know they are very smart. But, let's kickstart. We don't have time, guys. Now, the first question is, I would go with Hasan from Bangladesh. Why did you choose China to study MBBS?
Okay. Actually, I have a dream. I want to be a doctor. So I didn't get chance in Bangladesh. So after that, I thought, where should I go? So I chose in China because it's easy, more easy, and it's cheap also for me. That's the reason I came in China to study.
Thank you, Hasan. I think it's fantastic and it's very clear. So, Mohan from Somalia, what is your view on this? Why did you choose China to study MBBS?
To be honest, I wanted to be a doctor. So back home, universities, it's like I wanted to get into a bigger university, to get a big certificate, well-known certificate, because I just didn't want to be local. Because if I've started from back home, I would have been kind of local. So I wanted to be an international doctor. So I was like, where is the easiest place and the cheapest place that you can get university and that can provide international certificate? So my dad suggested for me China. So I had other countries in mind, Sudan, in which has good medical universities, of which most of my countrymates are. I also had in mind some countries like Ukraine or some, but then since some of my family are in China, so my dad suggested me to go to China since it's cheaper, easier. I'll be feeling more comfortable since I'm having a lot of people like my family, my cousins and everything are in China. And some of them even have graduated from MBBS in China. Yeah, so that's how I started the process in China. And then China is one of the biggest countries in the world. Its economy is growing fast. It's developing very fast. Infrastructure, everything. Life is even very easy, as you know, food delivery, buying stuff and everything. You don't have to go out and buy something from outside. Actually, if you need food, if you need clothes, if you need any kind of stuff, you just sleep on your bed and then just order it on the phone. It's very easy. It's actually making us lazy because for me, normally I don't cook. I just order food. You just pick the food from downstairs, you just eat it. Yeah. If you want to buy stuff, you just order it. So
it's very convenient.
Now it's very convenient, from every perspective, from every aspect, it's very convenient. So that's one of the reasons why I chose China.
Thank you, man. Guys, I think he seems to be giving several answers already, but definitely we'll come back to that. But I like your presentation, and thank you, Hasan, as well. But let's get a Pakistan perspective and why you also chose to come to China.
As my friends also tell that my dream was also to become a doctor. So I also applied in my country in some government universities because our government universities are very good. But as you know, everyone can't get the admissions because the merit is so high in my country and there are many brilliant students. And I also have second choice of private universities, but the private universities in our country is too much expensive and everyone can't afford that. So that's why I choose China, and I have many countries in my mind. Like I applied in Russia also, but then my father said that why you want to go Russia, as our country relationship with China is very good nowadays. So I just applied in Jiangsu University, and in the first attempt I selected in this universities, and then I just came here.
Thank you, guys. So actually, everyone has his own reason why he comes here. I mean, if I was to summarize what Hasan said, he was talking about he has a dream to study MBBS. He's talking about China is convenient to be here. He's talking about the relationship with his country and China. This is Dizzy the Pro, guys, and this are 3 MBBS brilliant students with me in Jiangsu University. The next thing that really I want it clear is if you have a dream, yes, you have a dream to come to China, but I believe you need to go through some process. So what was the process? I mean, how did you start the whole thing? I think this one I will go for Mohan from Somalia.
Actually, it is not that hard. Like for me, for example, when I graduated from high school, and I got my certificate, I remember one day that my dad called me. He was like, Mohan, we're going to start the process of coming to China. So he called me. So he was downtown. He called me. I went there. So first he made a passport for me, like because before I didn't have a passport because I was not having in mind to travel because I was a student there. I was studying. So when the passport came out, we went to the I went with him downtown. So we made a photocopy of the passport. We got the transcript, like my marks from high school. Like I got my certificate. Those are the main things we send, and then those are the main things they normally require for the admission, and then that's more money you send for the admission and stuff. So like when I sent that, I was lucky because my cousin was in China, so he was helping us through everything. So I wanted to apply for medicine, but then I was kind of late for the medical admission because like the time I was applying was like the university I was applying, and then like it was like June or something. June, yeah, it was June 2016. That's when I was applying. So the process was for the MBBS, it was kind of hard. So my cousin helped me. So he applied language for me, like Chinese language. So he did all the process. He helped us. We just sent him the process, like the documents that I just talked about. So he got the documents and he applied Chinese language for me. So when I reached China, like I actually got 1 year of Chinese language admission, and then that would help me to get to know more about the Chinese universities, the best universities, the MBBS universities, because if you come to China and you directly start your major without studying Chinese, it will be kind of difficult for you to live here to get to the system. So I had an opportunity to get used to the system because that 1 year I was just studying Chinese. So I had more time to get used to the system, to get to know more about the people, to get to know the culture and everything, the tradition, like everything. Because for example, when you come to China and you directly start your major, for example, MBBS is a hard course. It will take all your time. You won't get even time to interact with the people mostly. You understand? So I got that time to interact with the people. So because I was just studying Chinese and it wasn't taking much of my time. So after I finished 1 year Chinese, that is when I applied for Jiangsu University because I was searching for a lot of universities, and I got to know that Jiangsu University is one of the best universities in China when it comes to medical field. So that's how I applied for it. So when I was applying for Jiangsu University I was in Shenyang, that city. It's in Liaoning province. So they just asked me the same documents, but then there was the criminal record document that's always in there. I forgot to mention the criminal record paper. Yeah, the police is the criminal record. So I just gave them the same things because those are the things I came from back home with. So I gave them the same thing. So I got the admission for Jiangsu University as well as a medical student. But by that time I was expert. I knew Chinese language. I knew a lot of stuff about China. So I never even Like I never even got any problem because I was expert. I knew everything. I knew how to use the buses. I knew how to speak to Chinese. I knew how to take the taxis. I knew the roads, like everything, because I already knew everything about China. So that's how I got into the process.
谢谢 Mohan. So, I think try to summarize what he said. He always gives us answers in a very detailed way so that you would understand. And I like it very much. And, from the summary, what he's trying to put to us is that usually in China, it could be a major time where you could start your MBBS, and that is usually in September. But if you have the opportunity to come earlier, then probably you might have to study Chinese, and then you wait on September where you could really start your MBBS. And then he said that learning Chinese before the MBBS really helps you and make things very convenient for you, and it makes living in China very, very easy. Guys, this is Dizzy the Pro, Tony, and I'm here with 3 MBBS students. Very fantastic, guys. Okay, so guys, we've known about the process. Mohan has really elaborated that so well for us. But the next question I want to ask Huzaifa with this, and that is, you had a dream to come to China. You said you are in third year, right? Third year MBBS. Now I want to know, in your 3 years experience, do you think the dream that you had, you think is really in China? And what is really going on with your class and everything?
Actually, I will start with my first year when I came here. So in my first year, in our first semester, we have just basic courses like chemistry or biology, so that it's really helpful to have basic knowledge first, because until you don't have basic knowledge, then you can't understand the difficult stuff, because first you should have the basic knowledge. So it's good that they are teaching us the basic knowledge first. And we have Chinese courses also, like listening and integrated, so it also help us, because as we are in China now, so we should know how to speak in Chinese, and it's very compulsory in China to learn Chinese. And this is how our first semester ended. We have mathematics also in the first semester, because in China they feel like mathematics is important for everyone, unless they are MBBS student also. It's important for them also, mathematics. So after our first semester, then in the second semester, by the way, our language is English. Like they teach us in English, as we are not Chinese, so they our class is in English, of course. Yeah, we have all the foreigners in our class. We have from different countries like Somalia, Bangladesh, even Korea. We have many, India. There are many Indian students. Yeah, the lesson is in English, of course, because we are all foreigners in our class. And then in our second year, and we finished our basic subjects, then we started with the real MBBS courses like anatomy or the biochemistry, physiology. So these are our subjects in the second semester. And we also have some lab classes, like we have some experiment with frog, rabbit. Yeah, we have to do experiments. And we have some presentations also in our classes, and I think presentations are also very good for us, because when you do presentations, it makes your knowledge, it makes you more knowledgeable, like when you do research for the presentations and you speak, it also increase your speaking ability. So it's very good. They are giving us presentations also in the end of semesters. And then we have exams also, and the exams are also pretty cool. We have MCQs, we have short answers, we have long answers in the exam. The pattern is almost the same as we have in our country. Yeah, so this is the study life in China, and now I'm in third year. So now when you are going more and more, you're completing your years, the study is becoming harder and harder. Yeah, because the subjects, now from next year maybe we'll start our hospital. We'll go hospital. We have hospital classes, some practicals with the humans, because now just we are doing with the animals. Okay. Yeah. So the teachers, the teaching language is English, so there are Chinese teachers. So I think some teachers, like our medical course, the teachers are really good. Their English is good. We can understand them, and they also teach us in a good way. They're very helpful. Whenever we need any help, they are ready to help us.
Yeah, so guys, I mean, from his point of view, you could see clearly that even though it's kind of intensive course MBBS, but he is still happy doing MBBS back here in China. And he mentioned something like anatomy or whatever. I'm confused, guys. But this is the pro with MBBS students, and we are here sharing views about MBBS in China. Oh, okay, this one goes to Hasan from Bangladesh because I know for sure, I mean, if you travel outside to study, you need to make sure that the university is BMDC approved, that is for Bangladesh medical students. What is about this university? Can you tell us about the approval?
Okay. Yeah, Jiangsu University is the BMDC approval university. That's the reason I came here and I chose this university. Yeah, so after my graduation, I have to do BMDC exam. If I pass the BMDC exam, then I can practice in Bangladesh. So it's the most important things. So yeah, this university is like BMDC approval. Yes.
Wow. Thank you, Hasan. So those of you in Bangladesh coming to China to study MBBS, you need to know about this. And this is Hasan from Bangladesh. Okay, guys, so the next thing I want to ask is about expenses. I mean, probably the tuition and how you spend your life in China as an MBBS student. And I think I said I like your hat, Mohan. Is it for MBBS students? Okay, so tell us more about that.
So when we talk about expenses, in my let me start with my university because that's the one I'm sure about. So my university for the MBBS course, it's 34,000 yuan per year. That's only the tuition fee. So I live in the dorm. So the dorm is like, okay, this school is kind of interesting because the dorm is divided into two sides. Like there is the left side and the right side. I don't know how to say the side that faces the sun during the winter, and the side that doesn't have sun during the winter. That's how they divide it. Okay. Understand? So the side that faces the sun is 4,900 per year, and the side that doesn't face the sun is no, that one is more cold, so it's cheaper. Yeah, so it's 4,500 per year. So like some students live outside. Like in this school, okay, when I first came, they were not allowing for students to live outside. So the first year, I think I'm a bad luck. The first year when I just came, they were like, oh, I can say good luck or bad luck. Okay, it depends. It depends on how people see it, like how everybody sees it. So like when I first came here, first of all, they were not allowing any students to move outside. They were only allowing the master students to move outside. And then when I first came, like they allowed the students from second year going onwards to can stay outside. But for the first year, like as you are getting used to the school, it's compulsory for you to stay inside. Yeah, so the reason why I said I'm about, like, we have a dormitory called C8 and C9. Those are where only girls live there. Before it was mixed, like it was boys and girls. So when I first came, they separated the boys and girls. They made boys, girls.
So this is C7 or C8?
This is C7. C8 and C9 is for the girls. They chased us away from there. So that's what I'm saying about luck. So yeah. So like so for you to live outside, it's not that expensive. It depends on the apartments you are getting. Like some of them you can get them like 1,000. Like okay, like if you are getting like one apartment, like one bedroom apartment, it's like from range of 600, 700, even 800, 500 to 1,000, according to 1,200, 1,300, according to the quality, according to how they like the beauty of the apartment, like how good it looks. Yeah, so that's living outside, and like two-bedroom apartments, mostly 1,213 to 15,000 yuan per month. Like you're just sharing with your partner, like with your housemate and stuff. That's how it is. So like that is how it is.
Yeah, back to food and all that. I mean, yeah.
So like yeah, like when we talk about food, like it's more convenient to cook your food, because when you cook your food, you spend less money than when you are eating from outside or like eating from restaurants, because when you're eating from restaurants it costs a lot of money. But when you're cooking, you can get like all the vegetables and everything with just like 20 kwai, or like if you add in chicken or something, just just like everything like just 50 kwai or something, and then you can just eat that food for 2 days or something, 3 days. And then like when you're eating from outside, you can just spend 1 day 50 kwai, or two, like least you can spend 20 kwai 1 day. You understand? So like that is how it is. So like and that's for the expenses. So like before I applied for Jiangsu University, I've tried some other university, because I was in Cheyenne is in the southern part.
It's in the north.
Oh, in the north part, yeah, because I don't know the directions and stuff. Yeah, so I was in the northern part of China. That's a very cold region. So there were medical universities like Changchun, like in that Changchun province. We had a Jilin University, we have Beihua University in those areas. So to talk about the Beihua University, it was very cheap. It has like is expensive. The more expensive, like the more it's expensive, the more it has quality, right? So in this university, I think it's ranked 40 among the 2,000 universities in China.
Wow.
2,000 Chinese universities is number 40. You see how the quality.
I mean, 2000,
Yeah, 2,000 universities. It's ranked number 40. So you see the quality, and it has approval from WHO. So, and you see the price. But then like before, the price, like even as for the medical students, the price is different. Like for example, the students who came on 2015, they just studied with 29,000 yuan.
Okay.
As we studied with 34,000 yuan. Okay. You see the difference? Yeah. So by that time it wasn't that good. Like it didn't have that rank, the number 40 rank. So when you got to number 40 rank, that's where they increased the money. So as the quality goes up, the money goes up. Understand? You have to be smart. So that's how even the students who came before 2015, like they are even cheaper than 29. They're like 20 to 20, 25, something like that. So every year, like the university was adding some price, was increasing the price. You understand? So that's how it goes. Yeah.
So I think, guys, this is a well detailed information. You will not get it anywhere. You only get it from Mohan, an MBBS student who's giving us all the details, you know. And so, guys, this is still this year the pro with my famous and courageous 3 MBBS students in China. Okay, Mohan, as I said, you really told us a lot, but I want to go a little bit deep about accommodation situation, okay? Because I think if you have a good place to sleep, you can study well, all right? Now, whose room is this?
It's Mohan's.
It's Mohan. And where do you stay?
I stay outside.
You stay outside?
Yeah,
right,
I stayed in the university in my first year.
Oh, okay.
Then
And then
I
you
shifted
outside.
outside. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, what about Hasan?
Yeah, I'm also living outside.
Wow. Okay, then let's go to how do you talk again, please? Okay, so this is a dormitory. Tell us. I can see 2 beds here. Is it for you? One person is sleeping on 2 beds or something? Tell us more about this.
Okay. Before I talk about my room and how we live, the dormitory is like when we come to the dormitory, you can live alone in a single in a room, or you the rooms are prepared for double to be shared. Like each room is for 2 people. There are 2 beds in each room. So if you choose to, for example, us, we live. I have a roommate from my country. He shares the room with me. So this is his bed. This is my bed. So if you choose to live alone, the expense will be more. You have to pay everything alone.
Okay.
You understand? So that's how it is. But the rooms are originally prepared for 2 people. So and it's kind of hard for you to get a single room. it's like kind of hard for you to get a single room, because most of it they don't allow. They just say you guys are going to share the room, like 2 people. So like that's the living and how we share the rooms. When we talk the room, each room has a kontiao, to say it's Chinese, it's AC, air conditioner. Yeah, it's called kontiao in Chinese. So it has air conditioner. It has the bathroom, and for the kitchen, in our dome is just 6 floors, 6 floors. So. In the 6th floor kitchen, we have one kitchen downstairs, like in the 1st floor. So the kitchen is divided into 2 rooms. So like we basically have 2 kitchen in one whole block. 2 kitchen. So that's in the 1st floor. Because this is just 6 floors, that's where we have the one kitchen. But then we have another dormitory called G6 in that side. That one, it has a kitchen in every floor. In every it has kitchen, and the reason is it's 16 floors. So there's no student that will come from 16th floor to downstairs and cook and then stuff. It's kind of hard. So that one, the university provided a kitchen for every floor. So that is how it is.
Okay, so guys, I remember Huzaifa, you were talking about the class curriculum, the classes, the number. I want you to also tell us more on that. Tell us more on that, and then we would finally be getting close to the end of the interview.
Okay, of course. So firstly, our course, the duration of course is 6 years. It's divided like 5 years for our studies and 1 year is our internship in the hospital. So we have in a year we have 2 semesters.
Okay.
So that means together for 5 years we have 10 semesters, and for 1 year it's internship. So for each semester we have about 8 to 9 courses for each semester, every semester. And one thing I need to say that's very important here, like you have to pass HSK 4 for your degree. Otherwise they will not give you the degree. So HSK 4 in your 6 years duration of time, you should pass the HSK 4 exam. HSK 4 is the Chinese exam.
Oh, okay, all right. So HSK. Let me tell more about HSK. Okay. So HSK is, in Chinese is Han Yu Shi Ping Kao Shi, and it determines the level of Chinese that you are, and we have from 1 to 6. So what Huzaifa is saying is that before you finish your MBBS, you need to get at least level 4, right? Yes. But the highest level for the HSK, the Han Yu Shi Ping Kao Shi, is level 6. But then for MBBS, you need to get level 4. That's fine. Any other thing?
So one more thing, like for weekends, usually we don't have weekend classes in the beginning, but in the end of semester we have weekend lab classes, not the course but it's lab. So they usually put the lab classes in the weekends at the end of the semester, not in the beginning. So that's our classes. Like I said, like about we have 8 to 9 courses per semester.
Now, Huzaifa, you also said that 6 years, and then the 5th year you have to go for internship, right? Yeah. So where do you go for internship? Do you have to go back to Pakistan, or there are some hospitals here you have to do it?
Yeah, I have, like for Pakistan I have 2 choices, because I can also go to Pakistan for internship if I pass the exam, PMDC exam. But we can also do here in China, we have 2 affiliated hospitals. One is the number 1 hospital, and second is, what's the name? Jiangsu Hospital. Yeah, there are 2 hospitals in which we can do the internship.
But let me also be clear that from 1st year to the 5th year before your internship, do you also have the time to sometimes go to the hospital?
Yeah, like in our 4th year and 5th year, we have some hospital classes in which they teach us some stuffs, and we have the courses also. So yeah, we have. Then from 5th year, we don't have classes in the university. Our maximum classes are in the hospitals. So the teachers teach us in the hospitals. Yeah.
Guys, I'm not an MBBS background student, but I believe that today I've learned a lot about MBBS, and I think these guys are really telling us more with MBBS in China. And this is still Dizzy Pro. Hasan from Bangladesh, yes. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Mohan from Somalia. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
And Huzaifa's from Pakistan. Thank you very much. Guys, I believe it was quite a detailed interview talking about MBBS in China. And my 3 MBBS student doctors really did very well. And I believe that if you want to know more about it, you can take your time and listen to the video. You have all the details in there. But in case you want to find more other information, then you feel free to visit our website on www.dizzyadipro.com for more information on MBBS courses in China. And this is Tony. See you guys next time.